This is the Motor Yacht Samurai. She's a 60-metre steel and aluminium super yacht built in 2016. She's absolutely incredible, by far the biggest super yacht I have ever been on, and we're going to do the full tour. So we're going to step on board, but if you like super yachts, you are going to love this. Let's start with this area here. This is your main deck aft cockpit area. You'll notice possibly as we came on the beach club, we were going to come to that, but we're going to start here. We're going to head inside and we're going to do the tour. Here we go. So this is the main saloon. Now we're at a boat show at the minute, so there's other filming and activity going on, so you'll have to excuse there'll be a few other people in shot as we go around, but that shouldn't detract from what an incredible area this is. If I come right back over in this corner, look at that. Absolutely incredible. And there's a slightly Japanese theme to it, as you probably noticed, which just feels so cool. So we're going to head on through here and take a look at the rest of the main deck, and then we're going to work our way upwards and downwards, and hopefully we will get the whole boat. So the dining area is up ahead, and if we head up towards here, this will take us onwards and forwards. Now on this yacht, pretty much all of the guest cabins are on this main deck. So if we head on through here, this is a wonderful lobby area, and in fact there is another side access door just here. So guests can come onto the boat this way if it's preferred, and that brings them into the centre of this boat. So let's head on forward and see what we can find. So if we head on forward on this main deck, this is pretty much all of the guest areas, and then the master cabin right at the front. So what we have here are cabins like this. They have got twin beds in. You can bring these beds together and make a double if you prefer, and of course you've got things like the dressing area, and there's an ensuite in here somewhere. Here we go, tucked away like that. Very, very nice. This of course is all hanging lockers, as you expect. This is mirrored directly opposite another cabin that is the same, again, ensuite. So that mirrors the cabin opposite. We'll head forward again and we will find another couple of cabins very similar. Now this one again is a twin. So all of these are pretty much identical, so nobody feels that they're in a smaller cabin than anybody else, which is a nice touch. This one on this side has been made up as a double. So you can see the bed's been brought together. You can just see the little gap in the centre there. So if you do want to double, that's how that works. And of course, the ensuite. So all those cabins are the same. What isn't the same, of course, is the master cabin, and that is up here. So this is by far the most incredible master cabin I've ever seen on a boat, or indeed pretty much anywhere. But look at this wonderful little snug here. And then we head on forward again. This is all one room. This is the bathroom area. And if you have a look over here, that is the toilet. And then on the other side, a shower, massive shower. I mean, that's, I'll just come right into here. The size of this room, it's incredible. That's just the shower. Okay, now opposite this is a little office area, and then the dressing area ahead of that. But that, I think you will agree, is magnificent. Excellent. A lot of ground to cover on this boat. As I say, it is a boat show, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful where we go. Lots of people are around at the moment, but we will cover the best we can. So let's head back down this massive corridor past these guest cabins. And then we will head on up this wonderful stairway. This whole atrium area just looks spectacular. Look at this. You've got a big glass panel letting natural light in as well. So we'll head on round here, try and avoid the people who are on board, and show you what we can find. So, what's in here? That is day heads. And there's also another cabin up here. So you've got the 4 guest cabins plus the master downstairs, and then another one, so it takes the sleeping up to 6 cabins. So this one here is another guest cabin. And that uses that day heads that I just showed you. So at night you'd lock the door into the passageway, and this would all be for this cabin, and then during the day, of course, that can be used as the day heads. Okay, let's head on across here. Got a stairway on up, which we'll go to in a moment. This takes us into the crew area, and there's a pantry up here as well. That's not the galley, that is just a pantry. Let's come back out of here. We'll head on forward. And this, we'll just have a very quick poke in, is the captain's cabin. But it's in use at the minute. There is an ensuite, of course, which is just around there. But we're not going to loiter there because, say, that one is in use. Okay, let's head on forward. So up here is the bridge. And it is as spectacular as you would hope on a boat of this calibre. Just incredible, look at this. It's proper little ship stuff. The seating area here, if anybody wants to join in the ride and see what's going on. Well, then the helmsman, of course, is here. And then this is all the screens for navigation, boat operation, radar, you name it. CCTV, this is watching who's coming on board at the moment. Huge chart area over here. And then there's even a little desk area at the back. Cool. I think what we're going to do, because there are some people up on the front at the minute, is head back through this area and we'll take a look at the aft area of this upper deck. So let's go right on back through here. So it's going to be a little bit of a mishmash because I'm trying to avoid other clients and people who are on the boat. But if we come back, this is the lobby area where we came in, and then this little button here take us into here. So this is like a sunroom up on the upper deck. Just beautiful. And if I come right the way across, on this side, this is the pantry, which you touched on very quickly earlier. And there's also access from there down to the crew area. Anyway, let's go on back. We'll take a look at the aft upper deck. And that looks like this. So, wonderful outdoor dining area. You've got this huge shade over it, which is beautiful, and of course they've added the shade here as well. And I think while we're here, we will head on up again and we'll take in the sun deck, which is right up on the top. Okay, here we go. Again, you've got the shades out at the minute. You can see it across the top here, but that can be taken off if it's preferred. So you can have this either in the shade as it is now or open to the sunshine. Now if we head on forward, we'll find on this side there is a shower. So if you've been sunbathing on the back, you want to cool down, you can do. And opposite that is another day head. So at each deck you've got a head. You don't have to head off downstairs anytime you want to use the loo on this boat. And then forward you've got this area. Now this is under the shade of a permanent hard top, and it's got this big screen in to let natural light through, but also provides some shade as well. And as we come right to the very front, these are your sun loungers, and ahead of that, the jacuzzi. Fantastic. Okay. Now this route here will take us back down. And if there's people who've moved off to the front, we'll go and see if we can film up there. Okay, so back through to the bridge. Okay, here we go. So up here, underneath this big foredeck area, is a rescue tender. That's not, however, the garage. The garage is a separate area, which I will show you because that is pretty spectacular. But there's a wonderful little area under this shade. Great place for a little sunset cruise. Sit there with your legs up, looking out over the front. Beautiful. And ahead of that, of course, then is a working area for the crew. So all your anchor handling, your cleats, that kind of stuff. That is all down here. That is quite some super yacht. Okay, let's head on round. We'll go down to the lower areas and see if I can show you the crew areas. That garage is pretty spectacular, and of course the engine space. So back down here, and we will work our way back. I think what we're going to do is head in through here and see if I can follow the crew routing down. So just here is a way through into the crew area, past the pantry on this deck, and then the steps here will take us down. Okay. So this is the main deck pantry and side door, and if we go down again, this will take us into the crew areas. So this is the galley, and this is proper professional stuff in here, as you can see. I'm not lingering in here because it is in use at the minute, so we're going to head on out and look at some of the other areas. So this is the actual crew cabins. There are 7 of them. They're all exactly the same. They're all in use, so I'm just going to show one which they've been very kindly allowing me to film, just to give you an idea of what the crew areas are like. So you've got storage in here, and then in behind here is an ensuite and a separate shower. So there are 7 cabins, all like this one, but as I say, they are all in use. So we're going to say thank you very much for letting me look at that one, and we're going to head on back and look at the engine space and the garage. And that is all the way back here. So there's a mess area on our left. We're not going to stop because that is also in use. And then we're going to head on through. And this is the engine space. So there is an actual engineer's office here that overviews the engine room, and then the engine room itself is in through here. So these are the engines. We'll come around this side. And these are MTU 16V 4000 series. They're 3,860 horsepower each. There's also 3 Caterpillar generators in here. And these give the boat 21 knots flat out and she'll cruise at 11 to 12 knots. So this boat's also got transatlantic range. It'll do over 4,000 miles at its cruising speed. So it's a serious long distance boat. This is the other engine, of course. And we're going to head right on through this area because back here is the tender garage. So this is the toy store. These, as you can see, are all the paddle boards. There's all kinds of kit in here, including, if we come right round, a pair of jet skis and the ship's tender, which is a pretty decent rib. And as you can see on the back wall there, then there are towing toys for it. There are sea bobs. It's a really capacious area. Amazing, really amazing. Okay, we're going to keep going because the last thing to see is the beach club, and that is as spectacular as everything else on this amazing ship. Okay, here we go. Check this out. How amazing is that? So it's been set up as a gym at the moment, as you can see. Also, you can put whatever you want in here. And you'll notice this is teak faced on here. That's because this whole area will drop down flat, level with the water, and open this right up. So it makes for a brilliant area right at water level. And if we head on across on this side, we will find, for example, the sauna. And I mentioned there's a day heads on every level, just to prove it. There we go. And a shower as well. And that then leads right out of the back. This is where we came on, the walkway just here. And then the transom of the boat, the flat section here, hinges all the way down flat, and that's what makes this area just here. So that is what gives you the beach club feel right at water level. You can imagine being out at anchor and sitting out here with this magnificent ship right behind you. Unbelievable. So that is it. That is the 60-metre yacht by Alia. As I say, we're at a boat show. It's been a bit of a rush round, but I hope that has covered all the areas for you, because that is one of the most incredible boats I've ever been on. I hope you enjoyed that tour. If you have, please do subscribe if you're not already. Loads more coming. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.